Thank you for your interest in Ekuk Fisheries. Ekuk Fisheries operates a salmon processing plant in Ekuk, which is located in a region of Alaska known as Bristol Bay, home of the biggest wild salmon run in the world. Ekuk itself is about 16 miles southeast of Dillingham, Alaska. Our product is set gillnet salmon, harvested by Ekuk beach fishermen and delivered extremely fresh, meaning the salmon arrives into our processing facility within minutes from being caught. We employ around 200 seasonal workers to process this extremely high volume of salmon. Dates of operation vary from year to year, but you can expect to arrive in Ekuk early June and stay until the end of July. Location. It's very important to know where Ekuk is located and how remote it actually is. So if you haven't already done so, please Google it so that you can see for yourself how remote Ekuk is. Though really, the best way to feel the remoteness is to actually be in Ekuk. It's beautiful, but understand that once you land in Ekuk, you will not find restaurants, shopping centers, cell phone coverage unless you secure a GCI phone number. GCI is an Alaska-based cell phone provider, banks, pharmacies, internet. What makes this job hard and unique? It's not easy to be a seafood processor, and this job is not for everybody. It's physically demanding, involves long hours on your feet in a cold, wet environment, and repetitive work. You should be prepared to work up to 16-hour days, 7 days a week, but also be aware that there could be days with little or no work based on the amount of fish caught daily. Typically towards the end of June, continuing on through the better part of July, is the peak of the seasonal salmon run. During peak season, you will be working 16-hour shifts back to back, probably without a day off. When fish are available, you must be ready to work. Who are we looking for? Working long hours every day for weeks on end is difficult. You need to have a strong work ethic, to be ready to get out of bed and get to work on time regardless of how tired or sore you are, and perform efficiently day in and day out. This will not be easy, and you should expect to be tired and feel some degree of soreness simply because your body may not be used to the repetitive work those first couple of days of peak. You also need to be able to work well with others. All employees will work, eat, and live together in a remote location, and you will need to be able to do so respectively. Once we land in Ekuk, we become family. You will bond with one another and rely on one another to work together during the long hours. We will provide interactive, virtual, and hands-on training, but you will need to be able to learn quickly. During preseason, before the salmon run begins to arrive, we will organize workload in a way that allows you to work alongside experienced personnel and supervisors. Use that time to prepare for the season. Why should I come? Though working long hours can be tough, remember that those long hours do add up, which means you have the ability to accumulate a large amount of overtime hours. You should expect to work 12 to 16 hours a day, 7 days per week, through the peak of our season. This means the average person works approximately 100 hours plus per week during peak, which generally lasts 2 to 3 weeks. On either side of the peak, hours vary considerably. There can be days with no work, and other days with 12 hours of work or more. While there are no guarantees in the fish business, it has been our experience that employees who come prepared to work, and who work hard when there is work to be done, often leave us at the end of a successful season with a pretty great paycheck. While you are working in Ekuk, you will have very few out-of-pocket expenses. This is because all of your meals, housing, and once-a-week laundry service will be provided at no cost to you. We provide the round-trip airfare from your nearest major airport. It's important to note that these benefits are only available for employees who finish the season successfully. If you quit early or are fired, you will be responsible for purchasing your own ticket home from our point of hire, which is Dillingham, Alaska. You will be working with people from around the world, meet and make lifelong friendships. Sharing an amazing Alaskan experience creates a unique and powerful bond. Plus, there is a good chance you will like the experience so much that you will keep coming back year after year. Trust us, it happens more often than you can imagine. Getting hooked on Alaska is a very real phenomenon. Being in Ekuk. The processing plant, where you will be spending most of your time, can be busy, cold, and loud. The plant is divided into different departments: fish house, freezer, pack out, and case up. Each department has an experienced supervisor as well as leads who are responsible for the production process. Employees are trained in specific jobs, but are often cross-trained to do more than one job. Ekuk Fisheries Camp, housing, mess hall, laundry, and rec room is located within a short walking distance of the plant. Housing is dormitory style and is generally separated by gender. Although we do have accommodations for couples, it is limited, but we always try to accommodate those somewhat unique rooming situations. Bathroom and shower facilities are shared and located on each floor of the bunkhouses. Wireless network is available in the bunkhouses, and even though it doesn't provide internet access, there is a movie and TV show file server available. The mess hall where meals are served is very close to the housing areas. There's also a rec room with movie projectors, board games, and a ping pong table next to the mess hall, and it is open to employees at all times. It's important to note that at this time, there is no internet available in Ekuk. Company rules and policies. We are a zero-tolerance facility when it comes to drugs and alcohol. That means that no drugs or alcohol is allowed on the premises of Ekuk Fisheries during or outside the work hours. It's important to note that even though recreational drugs are now legal in some states, they are still not allowed on our premises. Failure to comply with this rule will result in immediate termination of the contract, and you will be returned to Dillingham, Alaska, our point of hire. We will not tolerate any kind of harassment within our crew. If you are the sort of person who doesn't know how to handle your differences in a civilized manner, you should not come to Ekuk. Failure to comply with this rule will result in immediate termination of the contract. Work attendance and performance is key to your success in Ekuk. We work 7 days a week in shifts that could be 16 hours per day during the fishing season. We are all expected to show up on time and perform during that short season. We do not take days off. If there is a problem with your attendance, your contract might be terminated before the end of the season, and you will be responsible for getting yourself home from Dillingham, Alaska. Wages and bonus structure. Your pay rate is composed of guaranteed pay and performance attendance bonus. Guaranteed pay starts at $11 per hour for first-year employees. Second-year employees are at $12 per hour. Third-year employees are at $12.50 per hour, and fourth-year employees are at $13 per hour. That is also a cap for processing positions. If interested in higher pay, you must apply or be offered a lead or supervisor position. Bonus is based on attendance records and overall performance that is tracked during the season. Always being to work on time is imperative to your success in Ekuk. Your good attendance is noticed, monitored, and rewarded financially. Bonuses also vary based on the position you take or department you work in. It starts at $1 per hour for case up, $1.50 per hour for fish house, and $2 per hour for specialized positions like header machine operators and freezer crew. Your final pay rate is a sum of your guaranteed pay and bonus pay. Overtime is paid on both amounts at 1.5 times for all hours worked over 40 hours per week.